Hey everybody, it's Silver Seeker, and today we are talking about silver, as you can see on the screen there. Now, I'm not going to be like all the other channels. I know you guys are probably inundated with channels releasing new videos every time there's like a new threshold breach. For example, when silver broke 20, or the other day when gold broke its highest all-time price barrier. I'm sure you guys get 10 different video notifications and 15 different emails and probably app notifications as well. I know that you can open up your Kitco app and you can see information and you can see the spot price right there. You don't need another video from another channel telling you, hey, silver's 20, now what, you know? But I do get a lot of people in Discord asking me my thoughts on gold and silver, on where it's going, on where it's been, what do I think is going to happen next. And guys, I figured why not? Maybe I'll do a video once or twice a month. Maybe it'll be more frequently, once a week, but it certainly won't be a brand new video because silver broke 25. You know, silver's going to break 25. I'm not going to release a new video. Silver's 25. And then, you know, the next day, if it breaks 26, I'm not going to release a new one saying, hey, it broke 26. But guys, seriously, if you like videos like this and you do want to see more in the future, if you like this channel, make sure you like and subscribe before we get into it. So what I have up on the screen next to me, guys, this is the current silver price chart all the way back to 2006. And we're going to talk about what I think about what's going on. And do I think silver is going to actually have another price break? Do I think it's going to break all the way up into the almost $50 an ounce or higher range this time? And that's why we actually have the chart up on the screen. We're going to take a look at what it's done previously when it had its last major bull run or bubble, if you really want to call it, because it honestly, if you look at it, it looks like a bubble. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at what I think silver's going to do this time, and we're going to look at what it did last time, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and get this chart up full on the screen so you can see everything I'm looking at rather than trying to squint your eyes at that little screen right there. So let's go. Okay guys, so now that we have the price chart up on the screen, we're going to take a look at what I think is going on. So as you can see, the spot price today, exactly right now, is 24 an ounce. That's when I took this snip. And what we're going to be looking at is back in 2006 going up through 2011. If you notice, we saw kind of your normal bull runish climb right here, but it really, if you look at about right here, if you look at 09, so like mid 06 to 09, you had this run here, kept going up and up and up, and then quite literally very quickly dropped all the way back down to where it was right before it all started, really. And then we had another climb that looked eerily similar, but much quicker. So basically phase 2 of this climb. And then you had this. So this right now is what I'm afraid we're looking at. This is what I consider to be a silver price bubble. And the reason is I think silver, when it climbs too fast, it's almost always speculative. And when it's speculative climb, and basically when people are just buying it because they think it's going to keep going up, that's usually when you have the big corrections like you see here. So coming here all the way down, if you look at this, that is a major correction. That one right there is something we don't want to see with silver. What we really want to see is if in fact, I'll grab a different color here so you can see what I'm talking about. What you really want to see, if we started our climb, let's say right here, you really wanted to see it go up like this, and not, you know, not like this. And a lot of this is from what I believe to be speculative buying, where people see it's going up and they get FOMO, or fear of missing out, and they grab onto some silver as well. And as a result, it climbs and climbs and climbs and climbs. And then when it gets to a point to where all the investors see a good opportunity to sell, to take their profits and run, that's when again you start seeing this really far long fall. So that is really kind of what I'm looking at with going into where silver is today. Now, on the other hand, you have gold, which has been climbing, but it's been climbing much more slowly. It's just breaking a new record, as we spoke about at the beginning of this video. But it's not spiking like silver is. Silver is gaining, you know, 5, 6, 7% a day for the last few days. Very scary. And this is what we're looking at right here. So if you look at this little spot right here, that is the beginning of the COVID pandemic. That's when everything just plummeted. Everyone was selling everything they had, and you saw everything plummeting. And then very quickly, so this right here, beginning of the COVID, drops down here into COVID. And if you look how quickly it got right back. So very quickly it got back. So people realized that they shouldn't have probably sold off their silver, or they speculated that it was going to go back up, and so they bought, and so you have a lot of people buying silver going back up to here. Now the problem with this situation right here, and actually where we are right now, is right here, the premiums were fine. Right here the premiums were asinine, and then right here the premiums are still super high, almost asinine levels, and a lot of it's due to demand. The question is it all speculative? In my opinion, I think when you see numbers climbing like this, which is exactly what silver's doing right now, that's got to be speculative buying. Everyone thinks it's going to keep going up, and so they're buying more silver, but those people aren't buying it because they believe in it. They're not buying it to store it. They're buying it to make more of that, that dollar symbol, if you will. They're doing it for more of this stuff, and so they're wanting to buy it so that they can turn around and sell it off for a profit. They're not buying it as a way to hold money or to store wealth. They're quite literally buying it so they can sell it at a higher price point and make a profit. And you got to be scared about the people that are buying silver to sell it for a profit instantly like that, because those people don't actually believe in the metal. They just believe in the ability to jump onto a bandwagon, gain $3, $4, $5 an ounce and then quickly sell it off and get their money back. And I think that's what happened here. If you look at this right here, it climbed up so quickly and then dropped back down so fast. So do I think it's going to happen this time? Personally, I think it's probably going to have a pretty massive correction. I don't know when it's going to be. Right now at 24.24 at the time that I took this snip, we'll go ahead and switch to black here. You could see silver continue to climb and continue to climb. It might hit this, maybe it hits this $30 barrier. I haven't actually looked at the technicals. I don't know exactly where the resistance is right now, but it's just every time there was a resistance barrier going up from 20, it's just absolutely crushed it. And $20 was a huge resistance for silver. And I had actually spoke back before that I thought silver was going to climb very, very quickly if it went over $20 an ounce. And I was right. As soon as it hit 20, as soon as it broke through that resistance barrier of $20 an ounce, it went from 1950. In fact, I went on vacation and silver was like 1950, 1960, and then the markets opened up that Monday and then Tuesday and then Wednesday, and it was into the $22, $23 area, and I'm like, whoa, what is happening here? And that's exactly what happened. It crushed that $20 barrier, and at this point it just continues to go up. So I think that's what you're looking at. I think you're seeing silver continue to climb. I think a lot of it's speculative, and I think as a result you're going to see a pretty big correction. Maybe before 30, maybe around 25 or 26 or 28, you're going to see a big correction. Now the question is, and you see that kind of happened here, but it was a very small, very short-lived dip. It really wasn't until this correction right here, and I know I'm all over the place with this messy pen, but it wasn't really until this little circle correction right here that you really saw. I'm getting rid of some of this other stuff that you really, that was the big one. You had it correct, and then people bought it back up because like, wow, it's really cheap, let's buy. So here you go, you got cheap silver, and at least in their opinion, everyone buys up a bunch of cheap silver, it goes up, and then once again, those people that are buying it on speculation cash out. They take their profit, they take their green just like that, and it drips again, and it drips again, and it drips again, and that's exactly what you're looking at, I think, in this situation. So that's my thoughts on what silver is doing right now. You guys can let me know what you think silver is going to do, but that's kind of what I think where I think it's going right now. Now, where are the dips going to be? Where is the correction going to be? I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. If I did, I wouldn't be doing these videos. I'd be living on a beach. But I don't have that information for you. Keep in mind when you listen to what I'm telling you guys that I am just a silver stacker. I do look at technical charts. I do read articles. I do listen to people that have more knowledge of this than me. I watch plenty of videos. I've been doing this for a very long time, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I am just a stacker, just like anyone else. I'm just some random guy on YouTube. So you do with you do what you want to do with the information that you get, but do not base any of your buying or selling decisions based on what I'm telling you. This is just my thoughts. Obviously, I take no responsibility for any errors made if you buy it too high, or if you don't buy it when it's low because you think it's going to correct it. I do not take responsibility for that. I want to put that out there because, again, make your own decisions based on a bunch of data. Don't just listen to me. Don't just listen to another silver stacker on YouTube. Don't just listen to one person. Get a bunch of opinions, get a lot of info, and then make an informed decision for yourself. Don't do what I'm telling you to do. Just do your best but don't just do it off of me. But anyway, guys, I do appreciate you watching. If you like this video, like I said earlier, do me a favor before you go, make sure you like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. I just want to quickly give a huge shout out to my awesome channel members. It's support like yours that make these videos possible. So once again, thank you. Guys, I left the video over there. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure you go and check that one out as well. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I'd appreciate a sub if you liked the content. Otherwise, thank you again, and we will see you next time.